We all been told that creatine is good for us, but why? What benefit we can get out of it? Why should we provide it externally through the supplements instead of maybe food? Or can our body cannot produce enough creatine? That's very intrigued me. So we're gonna dive deep into it. Let's take a sip of coffee. And let's dive into our deep research. The more research I'm doing with you guys on these videos, I realize how little I know about what I'm actually doing. Like creatine, workouts, caffeine. The last video we made, we've done this research about caffeine. I just find out how little I knew about caffeine. I've been drinking caffeine all the time. I didn't know why and how it affects me. So same thing with creatine. I'm taking 5 grams of creatine a day. But why? Because I've been told to. Do I know why I'm doing that? Not really. So I wish to thank you very much to doing this research with me, and let's find out the benefits of creatine. The fun fact is that creatine is the most researched supplement. There was the most studies done on exactly this supplement, so we're supposed to know a lot about that. But when you go online, a lot of websites saying about a lot of benefits that are very hard to prove, but still there is couple benefits which are very repetitive, and every single website saying about that. So let's focus on this top 5 or top 4 benefits you can get out of the creatine, okay? So what I find out, the most straightforward is for people who work out regularly, studies show that taking creatine supplements might improve your exercise performance. I would say probably I can see some difference from the moment when I didn't take any creatine and when I start taking creatine. Help the recovery muscle intense exercise. Is it actually? Can you actually see the difference when you're taking creatine and you're not taking creatine? For me, it's hard to say because I work very hard and I'm working out very hard, so I'm always tired. Increase their muscle mass. I definitely put some weight on. It's hard to say if that's the lean muscle or it's even a muscle, but definitely I put some weight on after I start taking the creatine. Prevent severe muscle injuries or reduce the severity of muscle injuries. We also can say, yeah, it does prevent injuries because I didn't have any. How much creatine our body needs to work perfectly, right? How much creatine our brain needs, how much creatine our bones need. But you know what? It's the most researched supplement, but there is no specific information about that. You cannot find exact amount how much creatine you need per 1 kilogram of body weight. We've done the most research about this supplement, come on. But what I find out is very interesting, a calculator on a bodybuilding.com. As I can see, we can calculate how much do we need, at least roughly. Let's say I'm weighed about 105 kg, right? It shows I need about 8 grams of creatine per day. So your body creates creatine by itself, but how much? How much creatine our body can produce per day? The research says that creatine is found mostly in our body muscles as well as in the brain. The body's liver, pancreas and kidneys also can make about 1 gram of creatine per day. So if my body can create 1 gram of creatine and I need 8 grams of creatine, so I still have to provide externally around 7 grams of creatine, which won't be easy, and I'm gonna explain you why. Now will be very interesting aspect. We already established you have to provide creatine externally, either if that's through supplements or food. And obviously it would be better for you to provide from the food instead of the chemical powder, right? But how much would you have to eat to provide 5 grams of creatine? I found an interesting picture to visualize and show you how much food would you need. The main source would be meat, seafood like a fish, or milk. This picture shows you how much creatine this specific food has per 100 grams or per milliliters. If you would go with beef, 100 grams of beef has about 0.5 grams of creatine. To provide 5 grams of creatine, you would have to eat 1.1 kilogram of red meat. It might be hard to eat 1 kilogram of steak. It's gonna be pretty expensive as well. With the fish, it's 0.5 3 grams per 100 grams of fish. You would have to eat 1.6 kilogram of fish to provide 5 grams of creatine. Might be hard, man. That's interesting. Cow's milk. You would have to drink 200 cups of milk to provide 5 grams of creatine. No one can drink 200 cups of milk, man. In the pork, it's more or less same as in the beef. It's about 0.5 grams. In salmon, we got about same. Chicken breast, mainly meat, has around 0.5 grams of creatine per 100 grams. You always would have to eat around 1 kilograms of meat to provide 5 grams of creatine. Of course, on the end of the line is creatine supplements, which can be provided. 1 scoop of creatine, which I've got in here, it's 1 scoop is about 3.4 grams, so I always put 1.5 scoop, which is around 5 grams. We can see you can provide some of the creatine from the food, of course, and that's way better and way healthier than the chemical powder, right? But it's gonna be really hard to provide enough creatine from the food. If you can do it, man, you are a killer. Because I can't eat like 1 kilogram of beef or drink 200 cups of milk. Is it gonna be expensive to provide 5 grams of creatine externally? The truth is, might be. It depends which source you're gonna pick, okay? So let's start with the meat. Let's leave the powder on the end. How much beef you need? It's 1 kilogram, right? So how much it's gonna cost you now? 1 kilogram of beef is gonna cost you around 37 pounds, and that is per day. Let's check the chicken breast. Chicken breast will be slightly less expensive. So if you would need 1 kilogram of chicken breast per day, which is gonna provide you 5 grams of creatine, you would have to spend about £7.50. It's not as bad, I have to say. And in fact, you probably gonna eat some chicken breast anyway. But still, stick to the prices. It's gonna cost you £7.50. Let's check fish now. Fish will be a bit more expensive than the chicken breast. And we've got kilograms of cod. It's gonna cost you around £20, which is not as expensive, considering you still probably will eat some fish. But still, it's 20 quid per day to provide enough creatine. What about milk? So we already established that you're going to need 200 cups, each 250 milliliters of milk, which ends up at 50 liters of milk to provide 5 grams of creatine. It's gonna be hard to drink 50 liters of milk per day. But let's find out how much it's gonna cost you. A liter of milk costs you around 0.6 pounds, 60 pence. So 50 liters of milk is gonna be 30 pounds, right? So you need to spend 30 pounds to provide 5 grams of creatine for a milk. And now we can see it's gonna be really hard and really expensive to provide enough creatine. Now the king, the supplement. I already know it's gonna be cheaper than provide from the food. It won't be better, though. I don't think it's gonna be better to provide from the supplement, but I think it's gonna be the cheapest option, that's for sure. So let's find out how much you have to pay to provide 5 grams of creatine from the external supplement. 93 servings of creatine, which is 317 grams of creatine. Gonna cost you around 15 pounds on Amazon. Everyone is on Amazon, so that's the easiest way probably to find out the price. That's 317 grams. If you're gonna take 5 grams every day, it's gonna be, let's find out with calculator. It's gonna last 60 days. Smaller pack of creatine, 93 servings. We can already see if you divide this 15 pounds in half, because that's gonna be for 30 days, it's gonna cost you £7.50. Obviously, it's gonna be the cheapest option. Is creatine good for you? Yes. Does it have a lot of benefits? Yes. Some of them been proven by scientists, some of them wasn't yet, even though that's the most researched supplement on the market. Is it expensive to provide 5 grams of creatine externally? Depend which way you want to provide it. If you want to provide it from the meat fish, it's gonna cost you quite a lot. If you're gonna provide from supplement, it's gonna be pretty cheap, I would say. Obviously, from the food, it's way healthier than some chemical product. The choice is yours. What I can say from myself, I will still eat a lot of meat and I will still provide enough of the creatine. Probably I even gonna spike my creatine now intake. creatine intake now. To be honest, I'm gonna spike it up to 8 grams. I will see how I'm gonna feel. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Hopefully you find out some more and new information about creatine, and it's opened your eyes on the benefits and how and why we're supposed to provide creatine. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you actually like it. I will see you on the next research. Take care and stay safe.